Listen, this video is for my ladies. Are you listening to me, ladies? I want you to hear me really good. You have so much value, and you have so much worth. But I think some of us ladies don't realize how much value and worth that we possess. And some of us have allowed men to snatch some things from us. Some of us have not been poured to as young women. We had to figure it out on our own, which made it more difficult. And some of us went looking for love in all the wrong places. It was dressed up as love, but it was not even a strong like. But we stayed in the situation and we watched things unfold before our very eyes. And as the time passed and as it went along, it snatched some things from our souls. It snatched who we was, our very being of who we were. It changed the narrative of our life. It changed our thought process. And some of us became so secluded, and some of us became so silent, and some of us started to feeling like we was not worthy. We didn't have any value because of the things that we endured and for the behaviors that we accepted in a relationship. A lot of it was not dating. A lot of it was not marriage. Some of it was your parents who did it to you. Some of it was your family members who did it to you. Your no's were forced yeses. And you had to swallow. You had to deal with it in secret. You pretend that your relationship was good because you didn't want to show nobody else that it wasn't going as well as you pretended to be. You hid the black eyes. You hid the busted nose. You hid the busted lips. You tried to cover it up. But even with covering up the scars on the outside, there were deeper scars on the inside. And when you finally come to the realization that it was time for you to walk away, you was able to walk away, but you couldn't walk away with your head up. You couldn't walk away with your voice. You couldn't walk away with your self-esteem. You couldn't walk away with your confidence. So now you're in a battle. You're in a tug of war with fighting with yourself, fighting with who you are or who you used to be, or fighting with how to find yourself again. And wondering about the what, the whys, and the reasons why they did what they did. That's their ownership. It's not yours to take ownership to. Most likely you will never find out the reasons why that person was such a monster, that relative was so mean and cruel to you. And all the time, what you need to realize, it don't have anything to do with you. Sometimes it's somebody else, but you're just the convenient person that they let out their anger and their frustrations on. But it's time for a change. It's time for you to realize there is a light within you. Yes, you've been through the storm. Yes, you've been through the rain. Yes, you've been through an uphill battle. Yeah. But God has been with you every step of the way. And when you can carry yourself, it was then that he carried you. But you have to get to a place where you have to release the baggage. You have to let go of the weight. You have to discard the blame and the guilt. Give the person what they need to take ownership to, and you take ownership to stand in it for as long as you did. But then say to yourself, self, I appreciate you that the revelation that you came to, that it was time to walk away, you had the courage and the strength to walk away. You know, I'm going to tell you the reasons why. It was courage and strength that you walked away. And it's a good thing because there is a lot of individuals like you who did not survive it. Somebody unalived them. They had the opportunity to leave and their minds was changed. because of the fear of not having money, the fear of not being able to take care of themselves. See, we place ourselves in position that we're dependent on somebody else. We place ourselves in position that we start learning. We start investing in who we are as women. We place ourselves in no position. We place ourselves in position that we know everything and we don't. We place ourselves in those positions. Ladies, it's time for us to wake up and it's time for us to stand up. God didn't make no junk. You are a gem that is hidden. And you have to understand and you have to know without any doubt and believe what you bring to the table. See, when God decided to blow the breath of life into you, he knew you was going to be a wonderful creation. But you have yet to realize that. I don't care what nobody has said. I don't care what nobody has done. I don't care how they talked about you. I don't care how they feel about you. The bottom line is how you feel about yourself. How you see yourself is the most important thing that you need to know. It is your time to step up to the forefront. It is your time to be the woman that God intended for you to be. It's your time to raise your kids, even if you got to raise them by yourself. Hold your head up high, square your shoulders back, and do what you got to do. There is a skill set that resides in you that some of y'all have not realized that you possess, but it's there. You got some great qualities. You got to know that. But you also got to believe it. Love you for you. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're all flawed in one way or another. But you're still a jewel. You're still a gem. You still have purpose in this world. But only you need to know that. Only you need to understand that. So stand up for you. Show up for you. Be that for you. You hear what I'm saying? Listen, it's time. Let it go. Move on with life. They ain't worth it. He ain't worth it. But you are so much worth it. Hear me what I'm saying. Life be lifing all the time. We just have to find ways to deal with it. But when it's time for you to break away, you need to cut the umbilical cord and walk away. It's time.